Good morning. We are about 6 months into my return to riding BMX since I set my bike up in January, I think. I did a bike check on it pretty early on in this stage. A lot of things have changed, so I thought I'd go through it. And if I'm smart enough, I'll put some clips at the end, just little things, but not that good. So I'm still riding the BSD RAIDER frame, 21.6 top tube. Rear end is 13.75, which is really long these compared to some of the new frames these days. Head angle, I think 75. Still like the frame, and I don't think I'm going to change it because most of the new frames, like there's the Pat Frame frame, which this is his old BSD RAIDER before he got on Colt many years ago. I don't think I can deal with that shorter rear end now that I'm running a fourth peg, which we'll get to. So I think this is my frame for ever, realistically, until it breaks. We're still running the Odyssey Race 32mm fork, and also the BSD, I don't know what they call this hub, with the Colony pin contour rim. The rear wheels change, but we'll get to that. So as I've ridden along or been riding, there's been a few parts I've replaced just because they've been a bit old, or I've wanted to change something slightly, be it a geometry or position. I'm now 42 next month, so yeah, I want to be as comfortable as possible because I don't get to ride every day. It's probably about twice a week still at the moment, mainly at night. So yeah, main change really in terms of setup and riding is I have actually put a fourth peg on. I've had to change how I stand on the bike. Obviously my foot's further forward on the pedal, so I don't hit my heel all the time, but I've been running a fourth peg and quite enjoying it. Manuals are a bit more difficult because I feel like you can't really sit back into them, but I've been able to work that out. So overall, it's been good to try and learn four pegs. There's still the division pegs that have been going well. Probably replace them at the end of the year. I don't know if they make replacement sleeves for them, so I might have to look at something else. If you remember, the rear wheel was an old Primo wheel. The chrome was flaking off. I've now replaced that with a Mankind clutch-based free coaster wheel. I got it really cheap online. The clutch was actually broken, so I did have to buy a new clutch, and I have one coming in the mail from warranty, but that's been taking a long time. Wheel does what it's supposed to. Obviously, it's black instead of polish, which isn't that big of a deal. And yeah, it was cheap. I thought I was going to be able to use all my other free coaster stuff, but this has the spring in the clutch rather than in the axle, so I suppose that's the newer version. Maybe it's a bit lighter. On the rear as well, I don't know if I had the 2.35 grip lock tire on, but I've gone back to a 2.2 as of this week. I damaged the bead on the 2.3. I was running them a bit flat and landed sideways, so I put the 2.2 back on. I'll ride that until it wears out. It's not that big of a deal. I think there's only 4.5 mil difference in width, which is still half a centimetre. So yeah, going well. To go along with the four pegs, I've also put new cranks on the bike. These are 160 mil Odyssey caliber cranks. I had 175 mil We The People Royal cranks. Obviously gone to shorter to try and create some space between the pedal and the rear peg. It's worked for the most part. Still need to slide my foot a little bit further forward when pedaling, but that's fine. Everyone said, the internet says it's better for spins and things, but I've never been that good at 360s anyway, so I don't think I've even tried one in the last 6 months, so maybe we'll do that. Still running Odyssey twisted PC pedals. These are pros. They're this color because the shop I went to when I was in the neighborhood, they didn't have black. They had every color except black. So that's where we're at. And this is a sprocket from Home BMX, which is on AliExpress. 28 tooth with a bash guard. It's quite cheap. Does what it's supposed to. Chain sits on it really well, which is good. That's an Odyssey Bluebird chain, I think. The one with regular links with a half link. Actually, you can see that down the bottom there, maybe. There you go. I don't like complete half link chains, so yeah, stuck with that. As I said, frames the same, seats still the same. AH Colony seat. I now have 2 spares because if you spend a certain amount with Strictly, they'll send you a seat. So if anyone needs a seat, hit me up. Slightly longer seat post on it now, which I think I bought that off AliExpress as well, quite cheap. I took the black paint off it, gave it a bit of a polish, not quite mirror finish. I found that my son will stand on the front pegs and kind of straddle the frame, and we'll, go to the shops or go to the post box and things like that. So having the seat up so at least I can pedal a little bit better is good. I wouldn't want to ride across a long distance sitting down, but for what we're doing is fine. And a higher seat seems to be in vogue at the moment with BMX. Up the fronts, I've upgraded bars. These are We The People Mad Max 11-inch rise. I had the 10-inch BSD RAIDER bars with what stem do we have? The S&M Enduro stem. Enduro, which is 30mm rise, 55mm length. I did buy a Division stem, which is 51 length, 35 rise, just to get a bit more height in the bars, but it wasn't quite right. So I put this really nice Realtree Fit S3 stem on it, which is 53 or 51 reach. I think it's 53 with a 20mm rise, with the 11-inch bar. So it's put me up 10mm, I think, from where we were with the 10-inch bar and the 35mm rise stem, and it's put me in a good spot. I quite like it. It's quite comfortable because I'm riding a lot at night and I sit down all day for work. It takes a bit to warm up, so this is a pretty good comfortable position. I don't think it looks ridiculous. Like, I'm pretty tall. I probably look ridiculous riding a BMX anyway. I did also talk up Odyssey Chase Hawk grips, but these Colt Sean Ricani grips, which they call something else now because he also doesn't ride for Colt like Alex doesn't ride for Colony. These are really good, made by ODI, proper gum, don't hurt your hands too much, comfortable. This is the second pair I've had on. Because I put a new set of bars on, I put a new set of grips on. Yeah, they're really good. I think I'm going to stick with them for a while. And yeah, so that's the bike. It's obviously now winter, it's not daylight saving, so I've been riding a lot of local parks that have lights. Chelsea, Mount Eliza, Balnarring, obviously New Knox, Noble Park, Box Hill all have lights as well, Bentley East, so there's plenty of parks within half an hour-ish of us here that I can sneak out to midweek. We do have another child coming in September, so we'll see how that plan goes once we get into the chaos of a newborn. But yeah, at the moment I'm really enjoying it, and yeah, even going to the skate park, some skate parks in the early morning, Saturday and Sunday with my son. It's good. He's been riding his pedal bike as well, got a little kink, and his balance bike as well. So yeah, it's been really good. But yeah, BMX is good. I'm glad I picked it back up again, because if I tried to do this at 45, I think it'd be kind of difficult, because we do age and deteriorate if you don't use your body. So I think that's about it. Actually, the only other thing, I printed some stickers because I wanted some stickers. So I don't know, this isn't like the original graphics at all, but I thought it looked kind of cool. And the Raider on the other side goes backwards, so it's mirrored. I kind of like that stuff. Japanese Civics and drift cars and things do it. If you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, BMX is fun. Very happy.